Hey, how's it going today? It's Frankie here on the back of another movie review. And I know what all of you are thinking. You'll be like, Frankie, this is Monday. This is not your tradition that you say you're going to do. No, but I've come with like another, like not another tradition, but a new day, you could say. Like random movie Mondays. And I think it's got a bit of good ring to it. And I watched a sci-fi movie because I didn't watch one yesterday just because I was watching football matches. So I thought, why not do a sci-fi movie today? I'm gonna pick a random movie out and watch it. And this movie is called Robocidal. Let me tell you one thing right now. This movie is ridiculous, and I shouldn't be surprised. It sounded good. It kind of looked good, but when I watched it, I should have realized. I was like, I bet this movie's terrible. For an hour and 15-minute movie, it's just terrible. The acting's bad. Well, everything about the movie is downright horrendous. It's about a robot, in case you haven't gathered that escapes from a laboratory, like a robotics unit that had suffered an explosion, and there's two detectives called Callahan and Ward that has to investigate and figure it out, right? And don't get me started on the dialogue. I've seen movies like this too many times with this dialogue. Um, that you hit, especially at the start and throughout. You got kind of war talking about the first victim that got killed by this robot, a robot that walks like this. Whoa, what sort? I've never seen a robot act like that. They usually do this. Like I've never ever seen something like that before. The robot had swagger. It was a humanoid robot. I thought it was gonna be a full-on robot. When I saw the start of this movie, the graphics was poor. It's like they used CGI. And then when the robot came into it, I was like, yeah, I knew it's going to be one of those movies. And then let me just continue what I was talking about the dialogue. You got Kylan Ward down as the first victim and says, oh, yeah, I mean, what does the victim have, Ward? Well, Kylan, he's actually suffering from stomach distraught, or whatever he said. Like, what sort of. I kind of should have knew what kind of movie this was going to be. I knew what type of characters these detectives were going to be. They're like, well, we better figure out who and what did this. I mean, it sounds like whoever did this has some strength to just rip someone's guts out like that. Then they have another scene when they're talking to a security guard. And then the security guard says, well, I saw nothing. I didn't see anything at all. I didn't hear no footsteps or nothing. I mean, it could be anything, really. I mean, I don't know what it could be. And then you just see Kada and the ward just trying to interrogate him more. And then there's a lab worker as well, which the dialogue, I don't even know. It's like these are the type of movies they just put someone random in without. I don't even know who these people even are. No wonder I've seen these actors before because they're in a movie like this. They're terrible. And Margie, the witness, who is like got scared when she saw the robber, is like gets out the car and she hides. Like what the hell? What sort? You got this robot, and then Callahan starts like Callahan was comforting the car and says, you need some, I'm not sure if we can offer you protection. And the woman, and Margie says, oh, I need some protection, some police protection. Okay. Just don't understand why she needs to portray the dialogue like that. And then you have another scene where they're like talking to like, who else were they talking to? Oh my god, I can't forget well, but they didn't even talk to many people actually, come to think of it. Look at this movie. This movie's got me all messed up. There wasn't really much dialogue when they had with victims and witnesses and whatnot. But there was more dialogue with Margie when they took it to this another house. Well, they took it to house took it back to house and they had to guard it from the robot. And you see this robot go into like this. It's just like this but that's not safe place, but it's a safe place where the robot goes. I don't know if you would call it that. And it's just like it kind of needs blood from victims, which doesn't make any sense because it's a robot. And the robot didn't look like a robot, it looked disfigured. It looked like something like a. You know how you see those people in those like when people try to mock aliens or whatever it is, right? And they're wearing those like suits, not the tinfoil hats, but they wear those suits or something like that. It kind of felt like that. It was obviously someone dressed up as like a person, obviously someone dressed up as a robot, but they did a terrible job. I don't know what kind of robot that is. And then the kill scenes. Boy, don't get me started on the kill scenes. The first victim, ripped out her guts. I know another victim got stabbed so many times with a machete, like that. Don't even know what that's about. Security guard got his head just completely bashed or destroyed or whatever it is, exploded that. Like that. I don't know what the hell that is. You have like two old homeless people. Oh, this is another dialogue scene, by the way. Two homeless old people. I think they were homeless or whatever. And the old woman goes, "Oh, it's nice of your friend to enter his car so we can cook food in it." Sorry? What are they doing? Huh? Cook food in the car? Never heard that one before. That must be some sort of new technology they must have had. And one says, let me, you cut the mashed potatoes. No, I'll have the mashed potatoes out. You got the rest. And the old man goes, yeah, okay, fair enough. You can have that then. And he says he needs to go for a pee. As soon as he's about to pee, he gets killed. I know what the robot did to him. The robot grabbed him by that. Didn't actually see what happened to him. Bear that in mind. Then the robot goes up to the old woman, sinks up at her, and slams the car boot on her head, and then it rips her head off. Okay, with some superhuman strength or whatever it is. And then the robot still continues to walk like that. I've never seen a robot before in my life that walks like that. I mean, I've seen sci-fi shows before and sci-fi movies. Never in my life have I seen a robot walk like this. They usually walk like this, like all stiff. And, and the audacity to throw in a corny joke. Oh, God, this movie gets more ridiculous by the day. Callahan goes to Ward. Oh, it seems like the robot seems to be attracted to Margie. And the Ward sort of goes, oh, has he got some stiff competition there? Get it? Callahan goes, that wasn't funny. Excuse me, just burped there. But yeah, what? The fact they put in a corny joke in a terrible movie like this is even worse. Even I laughed in pain, and I'm not even in the movie. I'm embarrassed to have watched a movie like this. And not to mention the characters just realised they needed water against the robot. The common sense, like, it took Margie to throw water at the robot for them to be like, oh, we need water now to kill the robot. What else are you going to destroy the robot with? I mean, you could use a bazooka. I mean, forget about the bazooka part, right? They used literal guns that didn't look real. They look like toy guns. I know they're meant to be using fake guns or whatever, right? I've never seen toy guns that had that sort of like I've never seen guns that look so fake in my life. And there's shots as well. Pop, 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 pop. It's that pop, pop, pop. Oh, what are you in this movie? Oh, I've got a cat in. Yeah, I'm back. Where was I? Yeah, talking about the guns being all fake and like, who the hell? What were you thinking about, Polonia, making this kind of movie? Like, it must be. I've watched too many of these movies. And I'm starting to think now it's probably just me being so unlucky with this movie and me just picking these movies out. Like, I must be the most unluckiest person on the planet to watch these kind of movies. I watched the odd good ones, I have. But the amount of movies I watched that are below a 7 is wild. And yeah, as I was saying, it took them ages to know that you could throw water in a robot. What? And not to mention, we didn't even get to see the robot escape. There was no clear story. We didn't get to see what exactly was going on. Like that, and there was the company is called V-Tronics, by the way. I think that's what it's called. Don't know what I mean. That's a cool name. I'll give them that one for the name. The laboratory base kind of looked a bit small. I would expect it to be like a big building, but it was quite a small area for a laboratory like that. I think that was a laboratory anyway, but yeah, there was literally nothing else in this movie going for it in the slightest. Then at the end, you see like Ward just get killed by the robot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the robot wanted to emerge. It took the robot long enough to actually, kill her. This is one thing I always like. It annoys me in movies, right? Where someone hides out some sort of closet or wardrobe. A villain comes into the room And the villain just looks around like, oh, I don't know where they could be hiding. I don't think they're going to hide in the closet or whatever, because they wouldn't do that. They're right in there, but at the same time, maybe they don't have to taunt the victim to come out. It's quite silly at the games that these villains play. You know, like, just just look in there. Like, that's all it is. And I don't encourage villains to win, obviously, but it's just so silly. Like, it's just typical storylines, these kind of movies. They'd be like, oh, well, I'm just going to leave the victim in there. They're probably in there, but I'm just going to leave them. What? That makes no sense. But they would check under the bed, more likely, which is a bit strange, because under the bed's a bit more open. Whereas you go through the door, that's also obvious. So it's kind of like a catch-22. I don't know if they do it to taunt people. I have no idea. That's probably what they do. But it's just typical. And yeah, so what that Kylan had to be the one had to be the savior and pour water. Basically, where the robot was at, there was that vents where you could pour cold water, where cold water comes out from. Why the hell would the robot be hanging about near water like that? And then Kylan just puts the water in the robot, and the robot just dies, basically. When Kylan left, the robot got back up, but then it ended. Not to mention, they kept shooting the robot, and it still didn't have no effect. So I don't know why they constantly did. They could have run the robot with their car. I mean, it's got superhuman strength, but you could use a bazooka. You could have got anything. You could have had like a soldier come through and start shooting. You could have had the army to come through and sort it out. It just was two detectives doing it. It's ridiculous. This is why these sort of movies. I'm embarrassed to watch this. I mean, I'm super embarrassed. I don't really know what I can say about this. Why these movies get made? Maybe it's because they wanted to have a project. Maybe they wanted to make something to be proud of. They can't be proud of this. Let's be honest. There's short movies. I'm sure I've seen a short movie that was actually good, but most of the time they're quite weak because it's short and not much effort gets put into it. So you just have to be quick with the movie. If it was an hour and a half, I would have been like, okay, good duration time, so it must be good. But to make a movie like that, I don't care. I mean, at least make it good. Movies like this feel like a comedy, and I've seen comedies like this that are bad as well. But this movie is just a joke. It's just utterly ridiculous. What's positive about it? Nothing. Maybe what it's about, I guess. I mean, that kind of intrigued me more. Do I think I picked this one out of all the other options I had there? That's concerning as well. But yeah, what do I give it? Before I go into the rating, I just want to say I won't be watching. I probably won't be doing a Terror Tuesday and a Wild Wednesday because I got football to watch in the evening. Probably might do on a Wednesday. I'll see if I do a Wild Wednesday. You know, I got to keep up with the theme at least. Funny Fridays will be likely, I think, probably to do. Depends on what I'm doing on Friday as well. So yeah, and Sci-Fi Sundays, which I'm gonna probably doing as well. And yeah, once football is over, I feel like that'll give me more time to fit in movies. But I figured, why not just do a random movie Mondays? That's quite a good ring to it. You know, I did have another one in mind, another like phrase to put instead of that. But I feel like random movie Mondays, why not? Why not do that instead? Yeah, rating. Okay, go back to rating. Our rating for this movie, 1 out of 10. I can't. I felt I really wanted to be decent, and I had in my mind that it was going to be decent. But at the same time, the way the movie started, you just know it's going to be a rubbish movie. It shouldn't be taking me just over 14 minutes for this. It shouldn't have. This movie is terrible. There's nothing in it. But because I explain things a bit more detailed, it's different. But yeah, improvements, everything. Everything. If I miss anything out, it's my bad, but I feel like I described everything. That's the movie. Nearly 15 minutes to describe this movie. There's nothing in it. So yeah, 1 out of 10 it is. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification below. So I'll see you in my next video.